My name's Kelsey, and the reason why I wanted to be on Masters of the Box is because D&D is the raddest game ever, and I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm Daniel. Everybody knows me as Gimli. I've always been a little bit of a dwarf, and I kind of just got picked out of a bar to do this.
I got really into the podcast The Adventure Zone, which is a real play D&D podcast. And I love The Adventure Zone, and I listened to the whole campaign. And then I got really interested in trying to find a group of my own. And I basically answered a classified ad. I go to a comic book store, and they have a Facebook page for tabletop games. And I joined it, and I waited for somebody to be like, I'm playing a game of 5e, and I need players. And I sent them a message. And now I play every Sunday, and I love my group, and it's great. The D&D podcast that I normally listen to, first off, I love The Adventure Zone. It's my favorite. They've recently moved on to a different game style. They're playing Monsters of the Week, but D&D was my first love. I'm a big fan of Critical Role. Watch it every Thursday. And I also listen to an Australian podcast called D&D is for Nerds. I listen to another one called Bombarded, and it is a band that everybody plays a bard, and they also come up with music, and it's really cool. But yeah, I do a lot of driving for work, so a lot of podcasts.
I haven't read a lot of comics, a lot of The Order of the Stick, and Lord, I've lost the name of the other one, but never gotten any of the podcasts. Or as far as what I do out in costume, a lot of Ren Fairs as the dwarf, mostly as Gimli. Went to Ragnarok with Dagger here one year. That was interesting, and I do some post-apocalyptic LARP.
I actually did my first cosplay at DragonCon this year. I was a character from The Adventure Zone. I was Taco from TV, and I really, really enjoyed it. So maybe more cosplay in the future.
Yeah, that was a little different. Apparently everybody else auditioned for this. My dwarf just kind of got, that's a dwarf. We need a dwarf. So I just kind of got the nudge, hey, show up at this place at this time, and we're gonna shoot a little something. And then I got involved in this madness.
We got an email with all the character archetypes, and in my heart, I knew that I was supposed to be Blagdor because he's the best and he's my baby and I love him. But when I got there to the audition, I was actually the only woman in my audition, and I was like, I am gonna get Aoife because she was the only one that was female coded. And while we were all talking, waiting for the audition to start, everybody was talking about, oh my God, I wanna be Blagdor. That's who I hope that I get. I was convinced I'm not gonna get it. And everybody was also talking about how, oh, you know, Blagdor, dwarf, you can't have a dwarf without a big Scottish brogue. You can't have a dwarf without a big, you know, Sean Connery, John Rhys Davis voice. And that's not how I imagined him at all.
No, apparently not.
Nope, apparently not. And when we sat down and they handed out the character sheets, that's the first one I got, and I was so excited. But yeah, that's what happened.
Blagdor, compared to the characters I normally do, dwarves tend to be a little similar, but this is interesting because I'm not in control of him. I'm being as surprised by what he's doing and what he's saying as much as everybody else. So it's fun to be this involved with someone else's interpretation of a dwarf's personality. What I like the most about Blagdor so far is his focus. He's very ready to go. He's not overly concerned with the details. Let's start doing things, and he's very focused on his goals.
When I told whoever was casting the only things that I wanted for Blagdor, I wanted a great big bushy beard and built like a brick shit house, and that's all I cared about. And when he sent me Daniel's picture, I was like, yes, that's exactly what I need. That's what I want. And then when I saw the braids and the beard, very good.
I've been practicing a dwarf for a while.
Yeah, no, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I didn't care. Honestly, it could have been a woman. It could have been anyone of any gender, any race, but great big bushy beard is all I cared about. So it works. Blagdor is more of an A to B to C. I don't think Blagdor is really, his strong point is the long game. Like he's more of a, let's explore this and see where it goes and we'll figure it out. I think that he likes rolling with this crew, but mostly he just likes to have a good time. He doesn't really have a 10-year plan. Actually, his 10-year plan is he's probably going to be dead, the way that he's living. You gotta live like you're dying, man. And he's just there for the party and the scrunching and the punching, and that's what he's there for.
You trying to get me killed off?
No, I'm not trying to get you off, but Blagdor is all id, no ego. He is ready to go.
This is a place where he can fit in. He's gonna have fun with the people he's with. He knows he's gonna get into scraps. He knows he's generally, as much morality as he has, he knows he's gonna be on the right moral side of these scraps. He's with people that are gonna be able to win these scraps, and people who know how to get paid for these scraps. So it's everything he's looking for.
Sweet rowdy boy. This sweet rowdy boy.
3 words. Focused, reward driven, cheating, 2 words again, and brave.
Oh, that's sweet. Truthfully, Al. Al is the leader. I don't think...
Blagdor wouldn't want to be.
No, he's not about the responsibility. That's too much. That's too many plates to be spinning. He's content being the fist of the group. He doesn't have to be the head. He doesn't need to make the plans. He is the hand in the axe, and that's fine with him.
No bureaucracy, no paperwork.
Nope, straightforward.
Point me at what I swing my axe at.
That's exactly right. Ow. Aelith is... He respects his ability to plan. He respects his pragmatism. And, I mean, Al's a decent guy, too. I don't think he would...
Without being caught up in the details of being a decent guy.
Right.
We can get things done.
He doesn't worry about the semantics of it. And I think that also Blagdor kind of likes the idea of being best friends with somebody who can only somewhat tolerate him.
I need somebody to win over.
Yes, he's ready to prove himself. He's hungry for it. She's beautiful. She's perfect. Karen is the force, the extension of his might and will. And she's pure and beautiful. And why doesn't she deserve a beautiful name? And she's Karen. What do you think?
I thought he just like picked it up in the clearance bin and was
No!
hiding the story of the name just to keep everybody mystified.
That also is very on brand. I will accept that. But she's beautiful and fantastic.
This was made by Forge Foam. I was a little concerned at first, you know, a foam axe, is it going to fold? Is it going to get creases? What's it going to look like? This has been 3 long filming days. He using it to get up off the ground. We've not been gentle with this, and it still looks great.
I really enjoy being part of this project, and I hope that it inspires more people to play D&D because it's a super fun game. It's anything...
I need to get in a group.
You do, because D&D is anything that you want it to be. The possibilities are only bound by your own imagination, and it's a great way to just hang out with people and shoot the shit and have a good time.